Here is your Thursday, week 7 grammar. This is your final review for your quiz we have tomorrow. So we're trying to find those compound sentences. We're looking for comma conjunctions, and I really hope you're also doing this in your own opinion writing. The first one says, sea turtles have a hard shell, but they cannot retract their head and legs into it. So we have this really good conjunction here, but there's no comma. So not a compound sentence. Green sea turtles have a very slow heartbeat, so they can stay underwater for a long time. Once again, really good conjunction here, but it's not beside a comma, so we're going to have to say, nope, it is not a compound sentence. Over 100 eggs hatch at once, but few survive to adulthood. So here you have the comma and the conjunction, so that one is a compound sentence. Now, this doesn't mean that they're incorrect. It just means that if you want to say they're officially a compound sentence, they have to follow that rule, okay? For your next one, we're trying to find the prefix, the root word, and the meaning. So we have impatient, immoral, and unafraid. So your prefixes are un, and then your root words are patient, moral, and unafraid. So if you are an impatient person, that means you're not patient. And I know that happens a lot when our technology doesn't work, when things don't go the right way, we can get impatient. But we've got to remember, guys, we have to slow down and understand that everything isn't always going to go the way we want it to. Immoral, that means you're not moral. And moral means you always do the right thing, you have a code of ethics, you always do what you think other people would want you to do if they were watching you, even if they're not watching you, right? And then unafraid, it means not for un. So if you're unafraid, you're not afraid. And that's a good one because, sometimes if the lights go out or if you lose your way or you get separated from someone, that can cause you to be afraid, but just know if you keep your wits about you, it's all going to be okay. But just make sure you always stay where you're supposed to be. For the next one, we have our sentence. My aunt's picture is more prettier than mine. So that's an interesting way to say that. So we would actually say, capital my, aunt's, it's the aunt's picture. So we're going to put an apostrophe. Is more prettier? No, let's say is prettier than mine, period. And then if you want to capitalize the A in aunt, you can, but it's not saying Aunt Janet, it's just saying my aunt, okay? So I'm going to say you can decide either way. So my aunt's picture is prettier than mine. So whenever you rewrite it, let's see if my pencil has enough lead today. My aunt's picture is prettier than mine. So, go back and double check. We have our capital M, our apostrophe. You can decide about the A. We fixed the more. We fixed the period. So there we go. So then for your next one, we may have one that's a little bit irregular is the word we would say. So you're not going to say wonderfuler, wonderfulest. No, you're going to say more wonderful. And then you're going to say most wonderful. Same thing for magnificent. You're going to say, that horse was more magnificent. But then if you saw the stallion that the king was riding, you would say, it is most magnificent. So you're not always going to change it. Sometimes you're going to say more or most, because these are irregular ones that you're going to have to do a little differently. And then for your last one, think of Finding Nemo. It says, sea turtles like warm waters, there are many nesting sites in Costa Rica. So we're trying to combine the sentences. So here we have comma because, comma nothing, comma so. All right. So looking at it, sea turtles like warm waters because there are. No. And actually, guys, you would say it like this. You would say, because there are many, no, you would say, because sea turtles like warm waters, this means that there are more nesting sites in Costa Rica. So you actually would do it the opposite. This one has no conjunction, so that makes no sense. And then sea turtles like warm waters, so there are. They like them, and so that leads to something else. So C is your best answer. All right, guys, check yours.